Hello, my name is Marilyn, and I'm a witch from outer space. I conduct astrological readings under the name Outer Space Witch, and my website is outerspacewitch.com if you'd like to book a session with me. Today is November 11th, and we are approaching the full moon in Taurus, so I thought, what a perfect day to come and do a tarot reading for my YouTube channel, because I haven't updated it in nearly a year. So we're in Scorpio season currently, and Scorpio is the sign that's ruled by Pluto and Mars. This is symbolic of us courageously willing to battle our inner demons for supremacy of our soul. Scorpio is one of the most intense signs of the zodiac. It's also the most powerfully transformative. Taurus is the opposite sign to Scorpio. Taurus is ruled by Venus. This is an energy that is concerned with physical sustenance. Taurus is a fixed earth sign. And Venus is so much about our sense of self-worth, what we find beautiful, how we beautify, our aesthetics, our money, what we need to feel contained, nourished, and fulfilled. Taurus is opposite of Scorpio in that it doesn't want to get emotionally involved in anything too heavy. It wants just the facts, the practical things that make life beautiful. Scorpio is willing to look into the darker side, willing to tap into the shadow element of the self to see the light that is within. So today I'm going to be pulling from my Heindel deck, as well as the Black Moon Astrology deck and the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck, because Taurus is also associated with animals. Virgo is the sign that's associated with animals per se, but all earth signs have to do with the animal kingdom, and animal totems, I feel, are just as powerful omens as numerology or any astrology. So numerology and numerically, today being 1111, what does that mean? There's so many different facets of what 1111 means. First of all, it's a portal into this next phase of your journey. It's the duality of the masculine and feminine. It is associated with twin flames. I believe I'm my own twin flame. So I'm really into sovereignty. I'm the kind of person, and in my practice, I want to facilitate a sense of individuality and sovereignty. And that's not to say that relationships are completely excluded. However, the relationship with ourself and making peace with the shadow elements of ourself is where my energy is focused. So I'm going to pull 3 cards as we begin. 1111 is also associated with this sense of new beginning. Ones are this individuality, this sense of new beginning, this next step forward. And when you have 1 combined by 4, this is a sense of structure, stability, 4 legs to a table, 4 directions, 4 elements. This sense of working together to create this new whole. For myself personally, I've been seeing number codes more increasingly since 2012, 2013. And as 2015, 16, and 17, it was just like there was so many, it became almost comical. And when we see these number codes, it's really an invitation to connect back with ourselves. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to end up with this person or this thing's going to happen. It's a reminder that you are the creator of your own story. It's the reminder of your own binary codes that exist within your DNA. Some say they're messages from our angels, our spirit guides, our higher selves, because we can't deny them. When we see these repeated numbers, we can't be like, oh, that doesn't mean anything. Like when these happen so many times, it's comical. 2018 to 2019, there's been so many shifts in the dynamic of our reality and so many shifts in the dynamic of our own sense of power within this reality that when we see these number codes, it's a remembrance that no matter what we get caught up in this physical world, that within our soul, there is a divine code, that there is a sequential order that everything's going in. And when things feel really overwhelming and things feel very, very much harsh reality checks, as Saturn and Pluto have been in Capricorn together, this sign from the universe, this sign from our higher self, this sign from spirit that yes, everything is in alignment and you're going in the right direction. And you're moving towards a higher sense of self. You're evolving. You're not experiencing whatever you are just because you're cursed and life wants you to suffer. Though it definitely can feel like that at times. It definitely doesn't always feel love and light. It's like intense, painful transformation and painful realizations of having to release what no longer serves us, having to release and let go. Scorpio is a sign that rules over elimination, cutting things out, breaking away, and taking back ownership. So the first card I got is the Father of Swords. In this deck, it's Ra. The Father of Swords, this mastering over our mind, the mastering over our thoughts, our ability to take ownership and emotionally detach from the chaos of the outside world and come into alignment with our mind. The second card I got is, I believe it's pronounced Aeon, Eon. This is basically the Judgment card. The culmination, this completion, this reaching this place of ending and beginning. Coming into judgment with yourself. You can be judged by a higher power, or you can judge yourself. Where are you putting your effort towards? What have you done thus far? Where do you feel your efforts are leading you to? And this is when we reach this state of judgment, when we reach this place of transformation. And the third card I got is the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is about taking our initial idea and setting it into forward motion, taking action into forward motion, and being able to unite a sense of purpose and action together to move forward. I'm going to pull from my astrology deck now. I don't usually use this deck very often, but I felt today was a good day. I got Black Moon Lilith, mystery. Okay, Lilith. There's so many different versions of what Lilith can represent. In my studies, I see Lilith as this divine feminine aspect of ourself, this shadow element, this reclamation of power, of everything that has been demonized within the female. Her sense of intuition, her sense of sexuality, the power struggles that females deal with men. Black Moon Lilith currently has been in Pisces with Neptune. This is seeing where we need to strengthen our boundaries, seeing where we hold on to this idealized version of what life should be, and allowing ourselves to escape from accountability through projecting a sense of victimization. Lilith is considered a demon of the night, the goddess of the night. But it's not because she's a demon, it's because she's a powerful, strong female that took it upon herself to track the star progressions, to track the planetary movements, to stay in alignment with the dark night, with everything that is beyond our scope of reality. And Lilith in Pisces especially. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. It's where we merge within the oneness of spirit. And so for this card to come up right now, Neptune and Lilith are both sextiling Saturn. This won't happen again for another 1,000 years. This is us allowing our divine feminine aspects of ourselves. And even for males, it doesn't mean gender. Our divine feminine aspects of ourselves is our sense of intuition, our sense of receptivity, our ability to feel and trust our emotions and not always rely on our logic. All of those aspects, connecting with Neptune, making a sextile to Saturn, this is us allowing our dreams to come into reality. Saturn is in Capricorn. Neptune and Lilith are both in Pisces. That's Neptune's home sign. This is Saturn's home sign. So with these two planetary energies connecting with Lilith there, this is our ability to integrate the divine feminine aspects of our existence with our dreams to connect and bring that into reality. Pull an animal card now for us. I got the deer. So the deer is about gentle receptivity. The deer is connected with the earth. It's connected with innocence. It's connecting with the sense of pure knowing. Deers are very acute on their hearing. They hear one thing and they can flee. It's about keeping your senses open, but also being able to stay grounded and staying stable within this world, but being gentle as you adventure forward, being gentle with yourself, and also allowing your sense of adaptability, to become adaptable to your surroundings, to be at home within your surroundings. And because the deer is so much connected with the earth, and this is a full moon in Taurus, and full moons are this culmination point. Some think of full moon as a release. Some say, why would you release something once it's finally ready? But it is this fullness, this appreciation. And this is the first time that we have had a full moon in Taurus with Uranus in Taurus that came after a new moon in Scorpio. So this full moon in Taurus, it's about us knowing our worth, seeing what has value. And when things don't have value, we release them. We use the scorpionic energy to release them. Taurus and Uranus in Taurus, because Uranus is like Doc Brown from Back to the Future. It is this mad scientist energy. It's unpredictable, it's erratic, it's revolutionary, it's detached, it's different. And let me really stress that it's unpredictable. But the purpose of Uranian energy is to get us to elevate to this next level, to go beyond where we've been. Taurus is a very safe energy. It's like, I don't know, I'm really comfortable here. But Uranus is like, I know you think this is comfort, but if you just let me rip away your comfort zone for you, you can see that you're going to reach this next level and be so much more comfortable. And you're going to do this in a Taurian way by tapping into your physical body and knowing what you need to nurture it, what you need to feed it, what you need to sustain yourself and your life. Mercury is in retrograde right now in Scorpio. And today, Mercury is connecting with the sun in Scorpio. When Mercury connects with the sun, even when it's in retrograde, the sun is what brings us life, even though it's in the sign of death. The sun is what brings us life. Mercury is how we communicate that. So today, in conjunction with this 11-11 energy, and in conjunction with this full moon in Taurus energy, we are really connecting with what we need to eliminate and what we need to hold and sustain, and how and where we can move beyond where we've been, release our comfort zones, and take a step forward. Whenever we take a step forward, whether physically or psychologically, to take a step forward means removing your foot from something that's stable to take the next step. And in between where you're stable and where you're going, there's that inner trust that you have to have. The trust that you will reach solid ground again. And when we are dealing with things within ourselves and we have to let go of past patterns, past habits, past people, past coping mechanisms, it can feel really terrifying. We know that we want to take this next step forward, but how do we relinquish our grip to this past? The past has shaped us. The past is what created who we are. So it's hard to let go of this identification with that version of yourself. However, the culmination of all this energy right now, as we're completing a fucking decade of our lives. This is about us knowing our worth, knowing that what we want and what we desire is what we deserve. Taurus is not a sign that's afraid of working for what it wants. Taurus is like, I'll work and I'll do what I need to do because I want the comfort that comes from my hard work and my efforts. And so that kind of mentality is what will help you leave behind things that are just really prohibiting your progress and prohibiting you from taking the next step forward. We can doubt ourselves. We can doubt ourselves, and we can tell ourselves stories and stay in this old sense of victimization, or we can tell ourselves that we are moving forward, that we are taking the steps that we need, we are putting in the work, and that we are willing to face the inner darkness and cut away what no longer serves us, because we fucking deserve it, and we love ourselves more than anything. We love ourselves, and we want to see ourselves succeed, and we want to see ourselves be comfortable. And as we go forward into this next fucking decade, 2020, there is so much shifting that the energy right now is benevolent. It's willing to work with us. When we move into 2020 initially, the energy is going to be harsh and demanding, and we want to be able to come into this next 10 years of our lives with a full understanding of everything that's fucking transpired up until now. This is what shaped me. This is what formed me. This is what allowed me to be who I am now. I'm letting go of everything I don't fucking need. I'm appreciating what this shit fucking taught me. But I'm not going to put my toilet paper in my pocket and carry with me. I'm going to leave that stuff behind, and I'm going to move forward, released from all that baggage, and really own who the fuck I am. I hope you find this helpful. And if you'd like to book a one-on-one session with me, my website is outerspacewitch.com. Thank you.